Right now, as you sit watching this, 100 trillion particles are passing through your body, not around you. Through you, through your chest, your organs, your skull without slowing down, without touching a single atom inside you. You cannot feel them. No instrument in the room can detect them. They came from exploding stars and the collision of galaxies, and they will continue passing through you until you cease to exist. Approximately 100 trillion neutrinos pass completely harmlessly through your body every single second. Space is not empty, not even close. And what actually fills it is stranger than anything science fiction invented. Where are you watching from? Drop it below. And stay, because the last thing filling space is the one that should be impossible. The misconception begins with a picture. A photograph of deep space, black background, distant stars, the vast silence between them. The brain reads that blackness as nothing, as absence, as void. That picture is wrong in almost every measurable way. Start with the most basic layer. The interstellar medium, the space between stars, contains hydrogen at 70%, helium at 28%, and about 2% heavier gases and dust. These heavier elements were forged inside stars and spewed into space by supernova explosions. A typical density is roughly 1 atom per cubic centimeter. On Earth, a cubic centimeter of air contains around 27 quintillion molecules. 1 atom compared to 27 quintillion, so dilute it qualifies as a better vacuum than anything a laboratory on Earth can manufacture. And yet it is not empty. It has mass. It has temperature. It has magnetic fields threading through it. The spaces between stars are not empty. They are sprinkled with gas and dust that are both the seeds of new stars and the leftover crumbs of stars long dead. Without this material, nothing new forms. The interstellar medium is the raw ingredient for every star that will ever exist. It is a recycling system. Stellar debris becomes molecular cloud. Molecular cloud collapses under gravity. Gravity ignites a new star. That star eventually dies and returns its material to the medium. The universe reuses everything. But gas and dust are only the most visible contents of interstellar space. The real inventory goes much deeper. Cosmic rays are high-energy particles, mostly protons, stripped atomic nuclei, and electrons, that move through space at nearly the speed of light. They bombard Earth constantly, raining down from space at all times. Of the primary cosmic rays, about 90% are protons, 9% are helium nuclei, and 1% are heavier elements. A very small fraction are stable particles of antimatter. Antimatter, arriving naturally from space. Every day, when cosmic rays enter Earth's atmosphere, they collide with oxygen and nitrogen atoms, producing cascades of secondary particles, X-rays, protons, pions, muons, electrons, neutrinos, and neutrons that shower down to the surface. Some high-energy muons penetrate deep underground. Most neutrinos pass through the Earth entirely without interacting with a single atom. The energy density of cosmic rays in interstellar space averages about 1 electron-volt per cubic centimeter, comparable to the energy density of visible starlight itself. The space between stars carries as much energy in invisible particle radiation as it does in the light from every star combined. That is the medium we are swimming in. A constant, invisible rain of matter moving at relativistic speeds, some of it older than our solar system, some of it carrying energies that dwarf anything humanity's most powerful particle accelerators can produce. But cosmic rays are still particles, still matter. The strangest thing filling space is not matter at all. Subscribe if you haven't. The next layer is the one that broke physics when scientists first calculated it. There is a concept in quantum mechanics that has been experimentally confirmed, is built into the most precise theory humanity has ever produced, and yet remains one of the deepest unsolved problems in all of physics. It is called the quantum vacuum. And the name is deliberately misleading, because a quantum vacuum is not empty in any meaningful sense. In quantum field theory, every type of particle has a corresponding field that is spread across all of space. These fields are never perfectly calm. They oscillate continuously with what are called zero-point fluctuations. The vacuum is the ground state of all these fields simultaneously, and it is never still. Out of this quantum vacuum emerge virtual particles, entities that are not particles in the classical sense but brief excitations of the underlying fields. They appear in pairs, exist momentarily, and annihilate each other, too fleeting to detect directly, but real enough to affect measurable physical quantities. This is not theoretical speculation. The Casimir effect, a measurable force between two uncharged metal plates placed extremely close together in a vacuum, can only be explained by virtual particles exerting pressure from the quantum vacuum. Many physical effects attributed to zero-point energy have been experimentally verified: spontaneous emission, the Casimir force, the Lamb shift, the magnetic moment of the electron. The vacuum of space is a seething, fluctuating field of temporary particles popping in and out of existence in every cubic centimeter of what looks like nothing. Calculations suggest that the energy density of the vacuum should be enormous, vastly larger than what is observed in cosmology. This discrepancy is known as the cosmological constant problem, and it is one of the deepest unsolved mysteries in physics. Here is the rehook that changes everything. That vacuum energy, the energy of nothing, may be the same thing as dark energy, the force actively expanding the universe. Observations of distant supernovae in the 1990s revealed that the universe's expansion is accelerating. Something is driving space itself apart. It may well be the manifestation of vacuum energy on a cosmic scale. The emptiness between galaxies is not passive. It pushes. It has energy. And that energy is pulling the entire observable universe apart, galaxy by galaxy, at an accelerating rate. The most invisible thing in space, the quantum vacuum, the ground state of all fields in the universe, may be the force that determines the ultimate fate of the cosmos. But there is one more occupant of space that nobody mentions. One that only recently revealed its origin. Return to the neutrinos. Because their story is stranger than their numbers alone suggest. Neutrinos are produced in the Big Bang, emitted by exploding stars, pulsars, black holes, and other astrophysical phenomena. Unlike charged particles such as protons in cosmic rays, neutrinos are not deflected by interstellar magnetic fields. They easily escape places light cannot, such as the core of a collapsing star, and they are rarely absorbed or scattered by intervening matter, passing through the universe almost completely unimpeded. One estimate places about 300 Big Bang neutrinos in every cubic centimeter of space. These are primordial neutrinos, particles that formed in the first second after the Big Bang and have been traveling through the universe ever since, passing through everything, interacting with nothing, carrying information about the earliest moments of cosmic history. Every cubic centimeter of space, including the space inside your body, contains hundreds of fossils from the first second of the universe's existence. For decades, detecting neutrinos from beyond our solar system was considered nearly impossible. Then in 2023, scientists achieved something remarkable. For the first time, scientists detected neutrinos emitted by the Milky Way itself. The IceCube Neutrino Observatory in Antarctica, a cubic kilometer of instrumented glacial ice buried a mile underground, identified neutrinos streaming from the galaxy's central disk. Now we see, for the first time, our galaxy in something other than light, said physicist Naoko Kurahashi-Nielsen, who developed the method that allowed the discovery. Not in radio waves, not in X-rays, not in visible light, in neutrinos, a new sense for reading the universe, one that sees through everything that blocks light. In 2017, a single neutrino traveling at nearly the speed of light struck Earth and triggered IceCube's detectors. It carried 290 teraelectronvolts of energy, nearly 50 times more powerful than the most energetic proton beams the Large Hadron Collider can produce. Scientists traced its path back to a blazar, a supermassive black hole 4 billion light-years away, pointing its particle jet directly at Earth. A particle born in a black hole 4 billion light-years away, carrying energy that dwarfs anything humans have ever engineered, passing through the entire Earth without touching a single atom, detected by accident in a block of Antarctic ice. Some of the highest energy cosmic rays carry energies 10 million times beyond what the Large Hadron Collider can reach. To build an accelerator capable of producing particles at those energies using current technology, you would need a machine larger than Earth's orbit around the Sun. Nature is building accelerators we cannot comprehend. And the particles those accelerators produce are passing through your body right now. There is a force in space that nobody has directly detected, not with any instrument, not in any laboratory, yet it makes up 27% of all matter in the universe and holds every galaxy together from the inside. Watch that video next. Dark matter is the strangest thing filling the space we cannot see.